sit it down. Sit it down. And let me finish. If I put you in the chokehold, like a child, and finish your head. Sit down.
Got on my sexy dress. You know what's coming next. I know you got my text. I want you between my legs. Showing up for you. Can I put it on you?
So what's up, you guys? I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a story time. So we haven't done story times in a hot minute, but I gotta get back on them. I gotta start doing them, and you guys I got a whole lot more stories to tell you guys, and I'm ready to go on and get them out the way, okay? But before we do that, I just want to let you guys know, give me some videos that you guys would like to see. It could be vlogs, it could be pranks, it could be, you know, whatever. If you after this you say you want more story times, I got you. I'm here for you, okay? But just tell me in my comment section that you guys want me to do it, and I will collectively get those videos down. I'm really trying to go for, I got a specific amount of videos that I want to do a month, and I need to start getting that out the way. I need to start strategically placing those out, and if you guys want to see more, you got to let me know in the comment section down below, and you know, I'll be right there watching. Okay, I had to flip my camera because I just thought it looked better. I mean, I try to look at myself, but forget that. I'm looking at, no, I try to look at the camera, like right into the lens. But instead of that, I'm going to just look at myself because I don't know. I just like looking at myself. I always say it. I don't know why. Anyway, okay, so let me get into this story time. This lady wanted me to do her and her daughter's hair. And I was like, cool, you know, I'll do you and your daughter hair. You know, just, I told her at the time, you know, I ain't had no booking site, no nothing like that, you know. I was just like, cool, girl, when I get up, I'll be over there. Just give me, you know, send me your address and I'll be there. Okay, so she was like, for some reason, she was like, no, I'm headed that way. She said, because I got to drop my daughter off at school, I'll come get you because I got to go get breakfast. And I'm like, okay. You know, I had my own transportation to go. But she was like, I'll just come get you. So I'm like, okay, cool. She comes and gets me, and she goes and gets the family breakfast. She asked me that I wanted the thing. I said no. When I do her, that be my main focus. I do not be focused on nothing else. I be wanting to do some hair when I'm doing her. That's it. So she was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay. So after that, she went and got that, and she was like some type of party planner. I don't know what I think she was a party planner, you know, and then on top of that, she was trying to own this building, but I get to that in just a minute, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I got a lot to tell y'all about this story. But look, okay, so listen. So boom, the lady took me to her house. So we got to her house, you know. I, got my hair out, I placed it nice and neat, set out my edge control, all the stuff that I needed, got my combs ready, all that good stuff. And, I'm about to start on her hair. Before she even sat down yet, while I was like working on my stuff, she was kind of doing her own thing. She was like, I guess you can start on my hair because my daughter hasn't came home yet. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Whoever want to sit down, because they both was getting the same thing. I was doing single ease twist. And, I was like, okay, cool, So she sits down and I starts on her hair. And I'm braiding her, before her daughter got home, the back of her hair was completely done. But she's the type of person where, you do your braid and then she'll bring it to the front and she'll play with it, run her hands through it. Mind you, this hair is not dipped at all whatsoever, and there's a single ease twist we're talking about, and she's just running her hands through it. She never stopped she had to have one hand in her hair, at least one hand in her hair, and I'm very patient. People would think that I'm not patient because of my history. But I'm very patient, okay? I am very, very, very patient. It's just once the patience the cup full of patience have ran out, you are in more trouble than a little bit. But other than that, I'm very patient. So I didn't say anything, I just, I would keep doing them. I was constantly doing, and then she was like, "Oh, can you redo this one?" Accidentally, untied it with my hand when I was running my hand store. I'm like, "Okay, cool." So the first time, okay, cool. Then she did it 2 more times, and I'm like, "Oh, girl." So I just, I'm just trying to get it done, just focus. I'm focusing. So I finally get it done, and I redid all of the ones that she played in, you know what I'm saying? So then I got the back done. So instead of me saying anything, I just put the back in the rubber band to hopefully keep her hands out of it in a way. So I placed the rubber band on it to keep her hands from running through it. And it worked. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it worked. So look, after that or whatever, I'm getting ready to start on the front of her hair, because I work from the back to the front because I want the whole head to be completely nice and neat. I want my squares to match all over. I don't believe in that. That's why, when I was younger, before I started doing my own hair, I didn't like all that, because people have a tendency of making the perimeter of your head very perfect, and in the middle of your head be a whole big slop job, and that to me is a no-no. You be able, if you can post a picture of the front of your hair and the back of your hair, please be able to part down that middle and show people what it look like in the middle, okay? Because people paying for quality. I mean, if you're gonna pay $100, at the time they were paying $75, but if you're gonna be paying $100 here and you're gonna be paying $180 over here and $100, please be giving 180 properties, okay? Please be giving that out. But so I was done doing the front. I was done doing the back of her. So I was getting ready to start on her front. Her daughter had came in, and I was, she spoke to me. I spoke to her. I'm like, okay. So she was like, "Hey, can you start on my daughter's hair?" Now, y'all, I was gonna do both of their hairs. I was gonna finish hers and be done, and then start on her daughter hair, and finish her daughter hair before I left. But it was just like, I've never, I don't do that. I don't do half a head and then start on somebody else's hair and then come back to your head. I want to be done with you because I don't want to come back to you, okay? Because you're causing me a lot of problems. I don't want to be back here. So I started on her daughter hair, and when I did her daughter's hair, she was, of course, a kid, but I think she was in 7th grade, 6th grade, something like that. So I have to treat her as such. So, when she started to get tired on me, I was like, okay, well, we got to make this work, because I've done it in all conditions, okay? I done had hollering kids, I done had runners, I done had, people who fall all over and all of that. I done had them all, you know what I'm saying? So, she hung in on me, okay? She tried her best. She tried her best to keep her head and her body up. She was so tired. This baby was so tired. I knew she was tired. She had glasses, y'all. When she was tired, she put her glasses on the table. She was so tired. She was so tired. So boom, okay, after that or whatever, I'm like, I seen how tired she was. So I asked, I said, "Do you have a pillow?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Go get your pillow." And and I said, "Get you a blanket, or if you ain't got a blanket, bring your cover." I set up the chairs so her legs can go on the chairs, and I sat in the chair that she was sitting in and let her sit her head on my lap, and that's how I did them. I got the job done, you know what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do, and she just kind of slept. She slept, and then she wasn't wiggling a lot, so I knew she wasn't uncomfortable in a way because, baby, I got cushion, okay? So she was okay, trust. This fluff had all right, she was okay. So she was laying on my lap, and I was just doing her. And after that, it was pretty late. It was late. It had to be 7:30 or something like that. Mind you, I started on her as soon as she got out of school. She got out of school at 3. And So I was like, come on. I told her mom, I said, I'm done with her hair. You can come on, finish getting your hair done. And she was like, can you start tomorrow? I'm tired. And I'm like, okay. But in my head, I wanted to tell her so bad, I don't do this. I wanted to be like, okay, I'll come back and do your hair, but I'm letting you know I don't do this kind of stuff. But I just don't like stuff to be uncomfortable. And every time you kind of like tell people off, they kind of like, or you can do it respectfully, people still get offended. So I refrained from doing that, but I wanted to do that so bad. But the polite me said, okay. And, I went home and all I could think about was I have to deal with this lady tomorrow. This was not supposed to be a 2-day job. I am pissed. And on top of that, so she gave me her daughter's money for her daughter's hair and didn't give me her money, which is fine because I didn't finish her hair. But that wasn't a go, and I don't play stuff like that. You give me my money, okay? Or you put it on the table, and when I finish, I'll grab it. But please, baby, don't play with me, okay? Play with me. Just don't play with me, okay? But, so after that or whatever, she, I gets up that morning, I'm like, I'm going to be strict with her. Ain't finna be none of that. Ain't finna be none of that. So I'm on my way to her house, and she tells me I'm not there right now. I can pick you up. I don't know what was she doing with this pick you up stuff. Why you want to pick me up? I don't want to be picked up by you. So she wanted to pick me up, y'all. I just never understood it, which I appreciate. Thank you for picking me up, but I didn't need you to. I could get there. I had transportation. And I guess she just wanted to pick me up. And so she picks me up, and instead of her going to the house, she stops at this property. She's like, oh, I gotta go see about this property. Now, mind you, only thing need to be done on her is the front of her head. And I just want to get away from her because she was just doing the most. But listen, so we get to this building. It's just a building. She's supposed to be renting out, or she was finna make into something. She was finna have her own business or whatever. I didn't know what it was for. I didn't ask. So I'm just sitting in this corner. I'm like, bro, I don't have time for this today. First it was all this other stuff yesterday. Po baby, and I would have done her daughter's hair any time. But her head, I would not be touching no more. And I'm finished getting to that why I just wouldn't, So, we sitting at this building, and we've been sitting here for about 30 minutes, and she's texting the man, asking him, I guess the man that she's buying the building from, she was asking to go in. She needed to check on something or see something. I don't know. And so she was doing that or whatever. So after that, we sitting in the car for 30 minutes, and she calls him. You did all this texting, and then she calls him. She's like, hey, when you gonna be, and I'm just like, bro, I'm sitting here just waiting. He's like, oh, I'll be there in 5 minutes. 30 more minutes passed. We had a whole hour now. He has not shown up. Then another 30 minutes passed. We had an hour and a half. And then she just decided to get in the car. She's like, okay, well, I'll just come back. Okay. Hour and a half, wasted an hour and a half. That could have been on your head. You playing with my time, but it's okay. We finally, then she stops and gets something to eat. First, we're out of bed. First, after that, she went and got something to eat. Because one thing about me is you can eat while I do your hair. If I'm not on the front of your temples, you can definitely go and eat. Chew, do whatever you need to chew, do whatever you need to do. But if I'm at the temples of your head, don't be chewing nothing, please. That, especially when I'm trying to do a grip, and this part right here just like, girl, stop chewing. I done had to tell a couple of people that before, stop chewing for me. Like, that's what I say, stop chewing for me, because Lord, like, can you please? But I let you go get something to eat. I let you use the bathroom. But you're not finna use you're not finna use the bathroom 5 or 10 times. Now, okay, if you wanna see your hair, just hand me your phone. I'll take a picture of it real quick and let you see it. You ain't gotta go do a check for me. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just sit down, okay? I'm the beautician that's gonna definitely take a picture of the back of your head for you. So we get to the house, you know, and she sits down, she's starting to eat. Okay, cool. You know, I'm working through that. Mind you, I'm at the top of her head. This whole part, I'm at the top of her head. You know, and I like this to be so perfect, just like the back. That's why I do everything in 2 halves. I like it to be perfect. Reason being is because I don't want you to have to just have one style. I don't want you to, when you got individuals in your head, you should be able to wear whatever style, and the boxes should always be even and the same. If you don't have that, then you don't need to be paying her or him or whoever. I'm just saying. So, you know, I'm starting on her, and then she gets with this pulling through the hair thing, and she's just doing the most. And I had to tell her it was just bothering me so bad. And I was just like, so listen, your hair is not dipped, so I need you to leave it alone. So, and then once I dip it, girl, you can just do what you want to do, honey. You can get into it, do it how you want to do it, but just not right now. And she was like, okay. She giggled it off. She's like, okay. And so after that or whatever, you know, she eats, and then, you know, later on she had to pee. This lady peed about 4 times. Ain't no way you had to pee that many times, and you didn't even drink nothing. You wanted to check on your hair, and that aggravates. Sit it down, and let me finish. If I put you in the chokehold like a child and finish your head, sit down. So then she wanted to make dinner for her family. So I'm like, okay. I sit down, and I'm at this point, I'm halfway through. I got this little box left to do, and I'm just like, this lady really playing with me. I've never experienced this, and I think that's kind of why, you know, I like to do things in the comfort of your home, so you can be comfortable. You don't have to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I can just do your hair, get my money, and go. You can continue. But I see why people don't really do it like that, because, you know, when you're at your house, you're just doing the most. You know, and I said, girl, just boil me some water while you at it. Go on and boil me some water. You know, so I get the water ready. Now, after she had started on the food and did all that, I said, you know, I have to get done with her hair, because I can't take this no more. My nerves is getting bad. So I finished her hair or whatever. She finally paid me, and her husband was like, her husband had got on to her one time, and he was like, hey man, sit down, let her finish your head, you know? You been getting up, let her finish your head. He came, like, he wasn't even in the living room where we was. He came all the way in there to tell her to sit down. He was like, sit down, let her finish. She been over here 2 days. I know she tired. I was tired. Okay. Somebody had to tell her. so after that, whatever. So I'm like, I finally finished. Oh my God, I finally finished. And I think I have, you know what's sad is, I think I have a picture of her hair too. She wanted purple and black. And if I can find it, I'll find it. But I know for a fact, I have a picture of her daughter's hair, and I'm going to try to insert it. She did cover her face, but I want to make sure that, you know, she's covered, because she was a sweet little girl. You know, she don't got nothing to do with her mama getting on my nerves. But I'm going to try to cover it. But if I can find a picture of her mama hair, I'm going to just use just that. I'm going to show y'all, because it was perfect, but she got on my last nerve. So after that or whatever, after all that happened, I finished her hair. I dipped it. Now we at the dipping process. And I'm dipping her hair, and she's like, I'm holding it with a towel, right? She's rocking back and forth. Mind you, when when we take that hair out of that hot water and we grab it with that towel, I just want y'all to understand the towel really don't stop us from burning. The towel don't stop our hands from burning. The towel really just, you know, drains it. The towel drains that water out of your hair as much as it can, you know. And I'm just squeezing and squeezing. She's rocking back and forth. So I'm trying not to get her with the water, you know. Trying not, I don't wanna burn her. So I'm trying not to get her hair, you know, get her hair to touch her back or nothing like that. And she's just rocking back and forth. So I step forward, you know, I got a lot of, you know, up here. So I step forward to keep her from burning herself. I let the water just, you know, kind of fall on my feet, you know, trying to keep her from all that. So I'm drying her and she goes, can you dry this part a little more? It's dripping. Now, mind you, it's dripping, but not like that. It ain't no waterfall. It's like one, then after every 5 seconds, it's another. It's not like that. Like, so I was done. I got so sick of that lady and her fussing. She was working my last nerve, honey. So I finished her hair or whatever. And then she tells me, mind you, you had 2 whole days to run me my money. Okay, you had 2 days. She tells me, well, you gotta come with me. I gotta get some money off my card. You didn't know I was coming today? This is why people tend to want their money before they do a service or want to deposit, because when your time is played with like this, it causes you. So if you paid me a deposit, I wouldn't even be complaining. I wouldn't even have a sense of complaint because you paid a deposit to waste my time. You get what I'm saying? Cool. But she didn't pay no deposit. And she didn't pay what the hair was worth. So don't waste my time like you've wasted my time. So now I gotta stay longer with you so you can give me my money. So I'm sitting in the car, I'm waiting for her to give me my money. She finally gives it to me. I just want to run out the damn car. I did not want to see her no more. And I made a vow. I said, you know what? I'm going to remember her number because I am never going to do her a service again. And I kid you not. I did her and her daughter her. And then I think it had to be 2 months or a month later, she contacted me and asked me could I do her and her daughter her again. She said, me and my daughter loved when you did our hair. It was so pretty. She said, could you do it? Could you come and do our hair before Easter? Girl. Who? You won't be getting this $75, $76. You won't be getting that. You're going to have to pay somebody what they worth. Because, honey, no. I did not. I gave you quality service for the price that it wasn't even worth. It was worth way more, and you play with my time. Goodbye, boo. No, I won't be doing that. I'm sorry. I would love to do your daughter hair, but I just couldn't do your hair no more. And you ain't gonna take that too lightly, so it's okay. So that is the time. That is the time that, you know, that had to be probably the worst customer for me. Only because I felt like my time was wasted in a certain aspect, you know what I'm saying? She had to stop and do so much, and it was really nothing she had to do. You know, she was just doing it just because. And it's like, girl, I know you tired of sitting, but you wouldn't have to sit that long if you just sit down. If you just sit down and get your hair done, you would not have to worry about none of that. You know, and that was just one of the times, you know. So after that, I'm real strict on... After that, I was real strict on how, you know, I got it done. I never requested deposits, but I've always made sure that nobody has ever played with my time again, okay? When I get your hair done, I get your hair done, and you be out the door. You know what I'm saying? But that was that time. And you guys, if you want to hear more story times, let me know. Let me know what you think about this story time. Do you feel like my time was played with? Because I do. I definitely did. I feel like my time was played with. tell me how you feel like my time was played with. So, you know, you won't just be agreeing with me. I gotta know why, okay? And you guys, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys know I'm on Instagram. Y'all need to come on over there and check me out. And I am